Spartathlon, including the journey that led up to it. Some of you know from previous sharing that many years ago, well, not many, but in 2016, I was homeless. And I was actually a part of the Spartathlon team that year, but I couldn't make it to the start line of the Spartathlon because I was homeless and couldn't afford the airline tickets. So that I went, instead of going to the start line in Athens, I instead was sleeping rough in a place called Stratford Centre in East London. So there was a lot of journey that occurred between that moment and the start line and the finish line of the Spartathlon this year. So I will do a full write-up about that long journey, including sharing about what happened during the race. And next Make an Impact show on Tuesday, I'll give you guys a preview of that journey and that story. Because my business partner, Phyllis, will be interviewing me, and we'll be talking about that to help you understand the journey I've been on so that you realize that anything is possible also for you. So there's a picture of me running, and obviously you can see in a 153-mile race, it's not all plain sailing. So this is about mid-morning on the second day of the race, and it's getting up to about 30 degrees Celsius, which is about 90 degrees Fahrenheit. It's really hot, beautiful scenery, really hot. And you can see I'm pretty shattered at that point. You know, that expression on my face, if you look in there, is not a happy one. And there's the finish line, taken the day after, where I'm holding the medallion you get. And the finish line is the foot of that statue, King Leonidas. And there's me and my friend Ellis, who was my crew during the race, who was invaluable. He's the reason I was able to make it to the finish line. He supported me all the way. It was a near not finish. At one point, I was 7 minutes from the deadline for reaching an aid station. And thanks to his encouragement, support, and help along the way, I made it to the finish line with nearly 30 minutes to spare. So that was thanks to Ellis that you see there photographed. And you can see my medal, the medallion there. So here's the medallion that we got. And the medal here is, I have the medal here. Oh, there it is. Here's the medal for you. There you go. And when I put this on your head at the finish line, this wreath of olive branches. So, but one of the most compelling aspects of the race was as you come upon the finish line, unlike I've done many races, as most of you will know, but the thing that was special about the Spartathlon is when you come into Sparta, this event is one of the most, it's how Sparta keeps itself on the map. It's the biggest event of the year for the people in that city. And when they look at you coming into the city and going towards the finish line, it's not like at the end of London Marathons, everybody's cheering you on. It's kind of one of those moments where they look at you like you're a hero to them. And as you walk around the city, even after you finish the race, everyone's congratulations, thank you so much. They say thank you for doing the race. It's a really moving experience. So if any of you we'll talk more about the Spartathlon next time, but it's because I've been gone for a couple of weeks and some of you might wonder where I've been, figured it'd be a good idea to give you a preview of what we're talking about. So thank you so much for the 100. Cool, dude. Great to see you. So it's a really amazing experience. So our show is about how to make a difference with those around you. And we always start with a song. And this week we'll play The Journey. Hello, King A. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the mic, cool dude. Too many people turn the pages of their lives as if they're not in the story. And too many times we spend our lives living from day to day. Oh, we rush our lives away. We don't know what we're missing. And we think that's what living like. We let someone else steal our lives, and we wander helpless and lost. In this life, we're on a journey to unknown land. We're going where no one has been before. And on this journey we want chance to live our mission, to search for who we are, to lay in a vision, to make a difference in the world. When we're gone, we leave nothing behind but thoughts that we've touched, and the memories were parts of, and the life that we've changed through our journey. Oh, oh, oh. Welcome to anyone who's joined the stream since I was playing the piano. This is the show called Make an Impact, and our show is about how to make a difference to those around you. Welcome indeed. And today we always start with a bit of music, and we'll go through this idea that's necessary for us to make an impact to those around us, called the Purpose Mindset, 3.0 Purpose Mindset. And then we'll also get to meet 3 of our previous guests that have been on the show, got clarity of their purpose, and went out and started accelerating the impact they were already making with their lives. So we're going to hear from really amazing people. We're going to hear from Ryan, and Ryan is an MRI technician and talented musician, and he's also a streamer on this app. Really great guy. You're going to hear from him about his community called the Pitch Community that he's established to bring talented artists together to raise money for causes through virtual concerts and so forth. So we're looking forward to hearing from Ryan and how we can get involved in that. We're going to hear from Crystal, who's an aspiring accountant who's really committed to making life easier for everyone and making life fun. And we'll hear about how she's been bringing her purpose to work and how she used it to clearly articulate the difference she's making at her workplace and get a promotion at work. So it's really exciting to hear from her. And of course, we've got Juvie, and Juvie is an incredibly inspiring podcaster and radio show host. And she's going to be sharing about how she's been creating a community where people can really be themselves and feel heard and part of something. And we're going to hear from Juvie how she's been making an impact with her life. So let's start by talking about this concept that's necessary for all of us to make the kind of impact we want to make in the world. And that's called the 3.0 Purpose Mindset. And the 3.0 Purpose Mindset is the attitude you bring to everything you do. Great to see you, Dee, by the way. Lovely to have you here. So what are the 3 levels of our mindset that we talk about? So the first level is what we call the I receive, mindset 1.0. And this is kind of modeled on the internet, where in the old days of the internet, you would just go to web 1.0, you get in a search engine, type a web address, and you just take what you got. It's the same thing with life. If you just take what life gives you, that's a 1.0 mentality. You know, we're busy ticking boxes, we're focusing on our jobs, being really busy, we're focused on getting our tasks done. It's like we're a passenger in our own lives, right? So that's that 1.0 passenger mindset. And when we talk about an organization or a business being at 1.0, that looks like a business that's focused on making money, on its profits. And that's its primary objective or focus. And that's a 1.0 business. And we all know what it's like to engage with a 1.0 business. Hi, Phyllis. Then we have this 2.0 concept, which is an upgrade from the 1.0. At Web 2.0, we had social media where we could interact, participate. And in the same way, when we talk about 2.0 mindset, we're talking about bringing participation. We're involved, we're participating in life. We're setting goals, we're focused on results, being productive, and thinking longer than the current job, but thinking of our career or our resume or CV. As a business, we're people-centric. And in our lives, we're in the driving seat of our lives. It's no longer pretending to be a passenger in our life. We actually take the driving seat. That's a 2.0 mindset. But then if you really want to experience fulfillment, it's necessary to be 3.0. It's necessary to co-create the world around you. In Web 3.0, we were co-creating experiences online. For example, in Airbnb, the host rates the people who come and stay, the guests, and the guests rate the hosts. And together they create this whole experience of these different places people can stay and interact on around the world. And that's Airbnb. So it's a co-created experience. In a similar way, you co-create your life. You think of your life as a co-creation of everything around you, as though you're a designer. So you're focused on the difference you're making in the world, the impact, and you're strategic and you take ownership of things. If we're an organization, we're purpose-centric. We think about the difference we want to make in the world, which is a step above just helping our customers. It's really about having some greater vision that we're out to fulfill. That's the 3.0 mindset. So as individuals, we can think, what mindset are we bringing? So you can look at some area of your life where you feel a lack of power or you feel like things aren't going well. Take a look at some area of your life. It could be work, it could be a relationship, it could be school studies, some area of your life where things are not going the way you want them to go. And then ask yourself, what mindset am I bringing to that area that's not going well? Am I bringing 1.0 mindset? And how do we know we're bringing 1.0 mindset? Is we have these thoughts that, well, it's this way because of that or because of them. Or there's nothing I can do. It's beyond my control. If you have those thoughts, that's an indication you're bringing a 1.0 mindset to that, being a passenger in that area. So if you look at an area of your life where you're struggling or dealing with a challenge, and you look at it and you see your 2.0, you might have the questions in or thoughts in your mind that it's up to me to make this happen. And you're exploring, what can I do to respond to this situation? And what results am I producing in this area? So that's the exploration of 2.0. You have those thoughts. At 3.0, look at that area that's not working the way you want. And if you're bringing the thoughts like this to that area, you'll be bringing a designer mindset, which is, how can I tackle this in a way that fulfills my purpose? How can I collaborate with others to address this and to tackle this problem? How can I use this challenge to make a bigger impact with my life? All right, what's the impact we're making here? These are the kinds of questions you can explore. So taking a look at your own challenge area, whatever area that is, what mindset do you notice you're bringing? Type it in the chat. Are you bringing 1.0, 2.0, or 3.0 mindset to that area of your life? Hello, developing business 3.0. All right, 6.0, all three, Alice. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's hear from a couple more of you. Some area of your life where you're taking some, you're dealing with some challenge. What are you bringing to it? Hello, Joao. Welcome to the stream. Great. All right. Very good. So you use these ideas, these models to help us bring new ways, bring new types of thinking to challenges in our life. And our guests today have been working through these and bringing these mindset questions to their own lives. So in order to get a 3.0, we have to be purposeful, because we say that's purpose-centric. So we have to see, how do we tackle our purpose? How do we figure that out? And we begin by considering that purpose is a little bit like a mug. A mug has a purpose. We use this analogy of a mug. And a mug is a receptacle for hot beverages. That's the purpose of a mug. But a mug can also be used for other things, as a pencil holder, for example. But that's not what the mug was made for. It's not what it was designed for. So if we use it as a pencil holder, we don't get to use the insulating properties and handy handle. Instead, we use it just to hold some pencils and pens. So we're not using the mug to its full potential, to its full design. And if you're not being used for your purpose, you're not being used to your full design, to your full potential. So we need to explore as individuals what the world will use us for. That's what coming up with our purpose is all about. That's why we do that. And so how do we figure out what our purpose is? And we start by making a list of our fulfillments, moments when we experience that we're making a difference in the world, we're making an impact. And listing our frustrations, those times when we are unsatisfied or disappointed in the world around us. We get this real deep-seated frustration. So by looking at those two lists and seeing what the themes are, you begin to create a purpose statement that says, I am for, and fills in that blank. And that's our purpose statement. So today, we're going to talk about how people have been using their purpose statement to make a bigger impact. And for a lot of us, we're employed in jobs, whether we're employees or even if we own a business sometimes, it's easy to kind of want to make a big difference, make a big impact. That's that top arrow, enterprise intent. But as individuals, we may not always feel like we're making an impact or making a difference. And so we might have that lower arrow as our experience of the impact we're making. But the gap there is our opportunity for fulfillment. That's where we can really make a difference and experience that what we do every day matters, that we can make a difference wherever we're studying or working. So today we're going to hear from 3 guests on how they've been living an impactful life. They've all made their list of fulfillments, their frustrations, and created a purpose statement, which they'll share with you just now. They created a focus and they took some action. And we're going to hear today about some of the differences that they've been making. King A, thank you for the cherries. Hello, Ryan. Great to see you, Chaz. Lovely to have you here. All right, so we're going to begin with Ryan. So Ryan, if you can request the box. Ryan is an inspiring and talented musician, but also an MRI technician based in the Philippines. An extraordinary man, and we're excited to have him on the show today. Ryan, please request the box. We're holding on. So you're looking very forward. He's the one who established this community of artists that he's bringing together who want to use their talents to raise money for causes that matter. And so he's putting together, for example, a virtual concert that will allow people to be able to do that. It's very exciting times. And he's going to tell us a little bit more about what he's been up to. And then we get Ryan here in the box. Here we go. There we go.
Hey,
hello,
hi everyone.
Welcome,
Good
Ryan. How are
everyone.
you?
I'm kind of
It's
sleepy,
great
but I'm okay.
to see you, Ryan.
Yeah, it's great to see you too. And hello everyone. Good afternoon.
And for everybody's benefit, Ryan, what time is it there in the Philippines right now?
It's 12:28. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Early in the morning, but I'm still awake.
Yes.
Hi,
Just Joe, welcome to
Juby.
the stream. Oh, well, thank you very much, Ryan, for being up so late at night to continue to inspire everyone in this community by the work that you've been doing lately. But before we get into that, of course, I gave a little bit of an introduction, but I want to give you a chance to introduce yourself and also to share with us your purpose statement, which is also on the screen for everybody's reference.
All right. Okay, I think everyone knows my name already. So again, I'm Ryan. I'm a licensed MRI technologist here in the Philippines, and I'm also a part-time entrepreneur, a musician, and also a streamer here, of course. Yes, and my purpose statement is I am a beacon of hope for inspiring its person to make a difference. Their dreams come true. How you just tell. So that's the purpose statement that we had first time I had my guest here, and I'm feeling it.
Yes, yes, that's right. And Just Joe, welcome to the stream. It's Auk, welcome to the stream. Also, great to have
Hi,
you both
Ryan.
here. And thank you for the roses, Crystal. And Ryan, so just tell us a little bit of so you when you were here, by the way, for everyone else's benefit who may not have seen the stream you were in. What we were working on is we got your purpose statement there, which is really inspiring, and then we looked at your future vision where you examined where you wanted to be in 2 years' time, and you looked at your professional life, you looked at what you wanted to do in terms of your community impact, and of course you talked about this idea of founding a community of artists as well, right?
Yes.
Let's first look at, you were kind of doing some work around your profession and exploring how you could work internationally to expand your impact, and you did some explorations about what did you discover.
Um, Actually, right. On next week, I will have a 2 days. It's like a seminar or a convention. It's about professional development. It's called Philippines Professional Summit, and it involves professional medical professionals. And we're gonna talk. The speakers we're gonna will talk about advanced technology about medical, or specifically our profession as um, in the radiology field. So it's a lot of topics that will develop our skills, our knowledge, and yes, broaden our knowledge about this profession that we have. So that's gonna be next week, October 23 to 24, Saturday until Sunday. So that's it.
That's great. That's
That's
great. And I know you also you took that step, right, to further educate yourself on the basis that you did
yes.
some research. You wanted to work internationally, and you did some research to see
Mhm.
what the gap was that you needed to fill so that you could actually make that happen. And this is the first step towards filling that gap. Is that right?
Yes, and I've been also doing preparations about that because that's a long process. The process is not really that easy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to make it to abroad, like I have three options at the moment. It's gonna be in Australia, the UK, and maybe Dubai. So I've been preparing for these three options. So, but right now I'm focusing on the UK thing. So
Cool. Well,
I
come on. We'd love to have you here in the
so
UK, Ryan. That would be a joy for all of us here. Wouldn't
so I
that be
always do
amazing?
have this plan A, plan B, and plan C. So with regards
Yes.
to regarding that Australia vision and goal, I've been talking to my sister too, and I've been talking to some of agencies already, so about the visa process and everything. So I have ideas about it already. So and
Great.
also about another preparation is, of course, I'm going to. You might not see me a lot here for a couple of months, but I still try to stream a lot for you guys because I always want to see you here, and it's always good and fulfilling to have you in my stream, sharing ideas and joy, and be an inspiration when it comes to music and making an impact to others. Like course being nice. So I'm going to be a little bit busy for the preparations, but you will always still see me here. Don't worry about that.
Yes, well, that's totally understandable, Ryan. You know, when we're people that are trying to make an impact in the world, you know, we're busy. That's kind of what it looks like. You know, we recognize that balance is important, and also that being busy is quite normal for people who are up to making a difference in the world. That is a normal state of existence, and I do know that some of us who stream a lot, those in this stream who are committed to making impact, most of the people in this stream that are here with us today will know that they don't often have a lot of time to spend on streaming because they're busy out there in the world making a difference. And
Yeah.
so making a difference is possible on here, but also in the world around us, we need to be doing the same. So it's totally correct to keep a nice balance there, Ryan. That's great.
Yes.
And tell us a little bit, Ryan, about one of the things you saw is that you wanted to, as a beacon of hope, inspiring each person to make their dreams come true. You told us about how you came from a poor community. You went to first in your family to go to college, and then you found ways to give back to the communities and inspire young people as a beacon of hope for them, to show them that they can achieve things and bring their talents to the world. And in order to aid people who are in those positions, young people, which is one of the causes you care a lot about, you created the idea of establishing a community of fellow performers like yourself that want to use their skills and their talents to raise money for good causes. And so that's the pitch community that you created. Tell us a little bit about that community. For everybody who's watching the stream, you can see there's a link there, facebook.com/pitchcommunity.ph. That's how you find the pitch community and go and join it. If you want to be a part of that community, whether you're a performer or somebody who wants to support the performers in that community, or support the community causes, that's a great place to go. Tell us a little bit about your vision for that community and what you've created there, Ryan.
Okay. First and foremost, this community was created after um, we created my vision here. The first time, I think that was September 7, right after my first guesting year. So this community is composed of talented people, of course, creative ones, and actually PITS stands for purposeful, inspiring, talented, creative people with a heart. That's why I put the heart for the AIDS, because there's a lot of words for the AIDS one, but I choose the heart because for me, if you wanna help and inspire people, you should do it with all your heart. So that's why I came up with heart for the AIDS. And this is our purpose here is to support charities, especially the children, the unfortunate one, because I've been to their shoes once before, so I know the feeling how hard it is to live in a life with a hard situation, a hard life. So I know the feeling. So I'm close to that. I'm very um, um, into it. Like I wanna help these kids. So I have two charities already that I prospect charities already. It's called the Young Focus Philippines. So this organization is focused also to the children in Tondo, Manila, where it's really really sad, and I mean the life there is not easy for these children. So that's the focus of that charity, and that's the charity that I want to support also. And another one is Tulay ng Kabataan. I just actually have it here, the pictures. So when we talk about that I'm so I want to help these street children. This organization is really perfect. It is in line with the purpose that I want. The children, the homeless children, and this is perfect organization to support. So According to these organizations, they provide love and professional care to the street children, Islam Islam dwellers, scavengers, and mental disabled children in Manila. So these children are victims of abuse. So they are homeless. So when I read the profile of this organization, I was touched and oh my god, this is what I want to do. This is the reason why I need to do this community. So at the moment, we're three. I have three. I have two actually. We're three already. So to make it four. So uh, when I when I posted this in Instagram, in my IG story about this community, a friend of mine reached out to me and what is this all about, and then when I told her the purpose of this community that I just created that time, she immediately told me that I am willing to be part of it. So I was happy that time because she just saw it in my Instagram, and then she suddenly wanted to be part of that community because this friend of mine, when she was in the province, she's done this same thing during the pandemic. So from their own money, from their own pocket, she and his husband, uh, um, they fed some of the community in near in the province. So a lot of unfortunate ones, they fed them, they bought them foods, they cook foods for them. So I just when I saw that, oh, she can really do it. So that's when I saw that my friend is also a potential member of this community that I created. So another one is a friend of mine. She's in the province also, but she told me that she wanted to be part of it too, and she can even reach to some of the um, officials in the government, so she can even uh, introduce this community for support. So I think that's really interesting and a good one. Good, good one.
Yes, this is amazing. So, as everyone can hear, as Ryan is sharing, you can hear how he's come with this idea that was founded on the basis of his purpose statement and his future vision
And
of where
yeah,
he
in
wanted to
addition,
be in 2 years, right? And
yeah,
created this idea of his community. And by sharing about it and by talking about it with others, you can see how it's starting to come to life, how people want to participate in this vision. And that's because it's such a powerful vision. So you can see, by the way, that community, if you want to become a part of it and learn more about it, there's the URL there under Ryan's name, and that's his Instagram as well. So you can reach out to Ryan on Instagram. So we have two more guests, Ryan. So I'm going to go ahead and give them a chance also to share what breakthroughs they've been having. But anything else that you wanted to say or
yeah.
announce before you go?
I just want to add up that on Saturday we're gonna have a meeting. My friend. So I owe her a date and a gift for her daughter because it was her birthday. And it's also not just a date, but it's also a meeting about the pets community. So that's gonna be this coming weekend.
Come on, go Ryan!
Yeah.
Yes, awesome,
So
Ryan.
she actually
Thank you
insisted
so
that
much.
meeting. So
Say it
I'm
again.
so happy. She actually she's been consistent. When will be our meeting? So we came up with the decision that we're gonna do it this coming weekend, Saturday.
Great.
So
That's excellent. Good
yeah.
work, Ryan. I ask that you keep us posted. And if in a few weeks, when you make some progress and have a date for your concert and stuff, you're welcome to come back and let us all know so everybody can come or whatever the
Yes.
events are going to be. We're going to want to know all about it. So thank you so much, Ryan. You're incredibly
Thank you.
inspiring.
Thank you
So thrilled
guys.
to have you
And
here.
yeah, don't forget the link that www.facebook.com/pitchcommunity.ph. It's on Facebook. Thank you and thank you.
Thank
I'm
you,
happy to be
Ryan.
here.
Oh, amazing. Very good. All right. Ryan, you're amazing. Thank you so much for being here with us. All right, Crystal, you're next. Crystal is an accountant. And let's see here. And there she is. She's an accountant based in the United States, Texas, if I remember correctly. Is that right, Crystal?
Oklahoma, just north.
Oklahoma, off by a whole state.
Well, they're neighbors.
Yes, indeed. Hi, Crystal. Great to have you back. It's been a while. Great to see you.
Yeah, it has been a while, and I've been watching your Instagram stories with your running and everything. It's really inspiring. I had a little bit of health issues, and then I stopped walking for a bit, and now I'm back out walking with my dog and everything. I'm like, if Gabe can run, I can walk at least. So
Yes. Oh,
it's
that's great. That's great, Crystal. So tell us, Crystal, for those who haven't had a chance to meet you yet, tell us a little bit about yourself. And hello, Spider and TGK. Thank you for the favorite, by the way. Chaz, thank you for all the emojis. It's great having you here. Go ahead, Crystal. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Crystal. I stream under the name Lina, and the last stream I did a painting. I post on Instagram, but that's what I've been doing mostly when I stream now is painting or doing some type of art project. And lately, I've been super busy with work because I did get that promotion as of August 1st, and
Woo!
yeah, and I at first I was like, I don't. This is kind of intimidating, getting a new role, more responsibilities. But as I'm being trained and then training others on my previous tasks, I'm like, I've got this. This is going to be fine. There's not any stress with that. I'm like, and so I just been gaining more confidence in everything. And my purpose statement was, I am for fun, or I'm for creating a world of fun and connection, which is funny because this week I realized as I was in your stream and you're talking about purpose statements that I did that with my dog. I bought the buttons where that you can program the names or like different things like potty, outside, because I want to understand him more and like his needs and connect better with my dog. And also it's fun because you can put like different words. And I realize I'm even doing that with my dog. It's it's great. It hasn't come in the mail yet, but I'm excited.
Well, and that is the way it is. It's a really good point there, Crystal. Is that we're not our purpose part time.
Yeah.
When we get clarity of our purpose, it's not a part time endeavor being our purpose. It's something we just are. Just like we are, breathing. We are our purpose. It's just who we are in the world. And so there really isn't a vacation from being your purpose, even if it's to take care of your dog.
Yeah. Well, I was standing up the other day because he's whining at me. I'm like, what do you want? And I was walking around. He was slowly leading me. And I was like, you know what? We just need to get the buttons where you can instantly be like, this is what I want, water. And, and also do something fun. He's been enjoying the walks too. He needed it. He was getting a little bit chunky. So
Yes.
I
Oh, well. That happens to all of us if we don't move enough, right?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, that's great. So tell us, Crystal, what have you found now that you've been working into this new role? It's great to hear that you're relaxed about it, increasing your confidence and finding what are some of the new ways you found in your promoting role for creating a world of fun and connection at work?
I think like I'm training another individual that previously she trained me on stuff before, and she kind of threw me to the wolves, kind of, so to speak, and just kind of like left me, didn't answer my questions. And now I'm training her, and I decided I'm not going to hold any bitterness or be like, well, she didn't do it for me. So I told her from the get-go, if it's 5 months later and you still have a question, don't worry about it. I'll help you. Any questions you have, anytime, just ask me. And she's really opened up, and I can tell that her relationship with me has grown stronger. And I like that because I like having positive relationships everywhere. I don't want that internal strife, especially when you work with someone closely. And I've been working with a consultant. They got a consultant to help clean up some areas that I said needed help. And the other day in the meeting, our senior manager asked our manager about it, and then she asked me if I agreed. And I was like, wow, they care if I agree? I'm like, yeah. So it's been really encouraging. And now I used to feel guilty when I'd get raises and stuff like, do I really deserve this? But I really can see after like sitting down with you and kind of quantifying like my purpose and what I have been doing, that I don't feel guilty for getting a promotion or for like working hard and seeing something come from it. Like I can now be like, no, I do deserve this. It's okay.
Yes, of course you do. And, it's really profound, I think, how you were able to rise above sort of the past relationship you had with the person you're training when
Yeah.
they trained you, and they didn't train you in a way that you felt like you got everything you needed. But inside of your commitment for connection and fun, creating this whole world of it, you're like, well, what does fun and connection look like here? And it looks like me supporting her as much as she actually needs. And what that did was increase the connection. We could hear it. And
Yeah.
and the result is she's going to be great with the next person.
I
Right?
think
She's
so.
seeing from you how to be great, how to connect with others in a way that she may not just have known. She may not have seen a role model before you, how that could be done.
Yeah. And now, like on the phone calls, when we start talking, she'll talk about other stuff. I guess she does barrel racing with horses. She'll talk about her horses and other stuff. So, she's starting to talk about her personal life, and that's when I'm like, oh, okay, she actually likes me because I like to be liked. I'm not gonna lie. That's part of connection. Like you want to be able to reciprocate. Like I like you, you like me. Okay, we're buddies now. That's good.
Yeah. And that's fun and connection. And it's important that if you're creating a world of fun and connection, not all connection necessarily has to be that we are liked. Sometimes when we take a
Mm.
stand, or we take a position, or we take a view for what we believe is the right thing, we don't
Oh
always,
yeah.
we can increase the connection, but it isn't always a result that we experience being liked in that moment, because sometimes we're putting a hard truth to the bear,
Yeah,
right?
and
So
sometimes you have to deliver that hard news or you have to take that
yeah,
stand. And I've
yeah,
definitely alienated myself from people before because or maybe I should say they alienated themselves from me because I took a stand on something that I thought was right. And some people didn't want to talk to me anymore. It's actually on this app. There were some people and they were bullying somebody. And I didn't want to deal with that. I said that was completely wrong, and they alienated themselves from me. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I don't want that.
right. Because they weren't fun. I mean,
No,
evidently, right?
they weren't. They weren't fun.
They're operating counter to your purpose, and that's really that's a really good illustration, Crystal. Is that in our lives, being our purpose, even if it's fun and connection, which sounds like a really bubbly and sort of soft, warm purpose statement. It's, if someone is operating counter to our purpose, if someone's not resonating with our purpose, then they're not meant to be in our space, and
Yeah,
we move into a different space, or they move into a different space. Repelling people who are not resonating with you is a good thing.
I
It's a good
repel a
thing, so
lot
you
of
can spend
people,
your
Gabe.
time with people that say again.
I repel a lot of people, Gabe.
Yes, any of us that are up to something and making an impact in the world, we do that.
Yeah.
That is a byproduct of being someone who makes an impact. Some people are just going to love you to bits. Other people think you are nuts, right?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
and that's okay. That's what it means to make a difference. No. There's an old expression that dogs don't bark at parked cars.
Oh, that's
Right?
true.
So if you're going places, sometimes you get the dogs barking. That's how it works. That's just
That's
how it works,
that's a great
right? And,
analogy.
and that's okay. It's good to know that and take comfort and ease in that, right? So it's really good, really good. And super hugs to you too, Rai. Welcome to the stream. All right. So, Crystal, anything else that you want to bring attention to or let people know about that you've been up to? before we go and visit with Juvie and hear the breakthrough she's been having?
I can't think of anything right now. My life has been pretty standard, which I love. I like peace and quiet, so everything's going great on my end. And yeah, if everybody wants to swing by sometime when I'm streaming, that's fine too, just to say hi. Or I don't stream a lot because I do other things and work, but yeah, thanks for having me on, Gabe. And definitely, when I think of the promotion, or I always think like, I'm so glad I talked with you, and I just kind of set things in order and set things in motion. Sometimes you just need a little nudge, and I'm so glad you were that nudge I needed.
Thank you, Crystal. It's a joy and pleasure. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for being here and our guest today. All right, let's welcome Juvie to the stream. Here we go. Hello, Juvie.
Hello, Gabriel.
Hi, Juvie. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh,
It's
there
a
we go.
pleasure
Hold on.
talking with
Need to
you.
change the slide. Give me a second there. There we go. Now it's correct. Hello, Juvie.
Hi. Hello.
Great to have you here. How are you?
Oh man, it's been great. Like the last time I came on the show, things have just been moving in the direction that I've been praying for. It's almost like a dream come true that's been happening in my life. So I'm
That's
really excited
amazing.
about all
So
the new changes.
before you get into telling us about the dreams that have come true, which of course will excite Ryan because that's what his whole purpose is, right? Just tell us a little bit about yourself, Juvie, and also share with us your purpose statement that we put up there also so that everyone else can read it as well.
Okay. I'm Juvie Rocks. I've been on Meet Me streaming for about 18 months, and I love it. I absolutely love it. It's opened up the doors for me to get into radio, podcasting, and just being able to just, be myself. Having the purpose on the show when I had came on, we discussed that I needed to figure out what was the reason of me even doing what I'm doing. Finding that I had to think back and think of like, what am I doing on the app? What am I doing for myself? What am I here to prove for myself? And it wasn't until I had the conversation with you and, we had a meeting and everything. And I realized that I'm for the people to be heard, to be authentic and feeling accepted. Those are the things that I want for myself, as in, I want for everyone else to be able to find their purpose. It's just been, engaging more with the community, not being afraid, and just giving everything all I have, and know that anything you do, as long as you do it to your full capacity, there's nothing that you're doing wrong. Just continue doing it. If it feels right, do it. And your hard work is going to pay off. Your hard work will pay off.
Yes, that's really good, Juvie. And thank you for sending those gifts to Juvie and all the other people that are in the box. We really appreciate it. James, welcome to the stream. This show is called Make an Impact. Glad to have you here. It's a show about how to use your life and your work to make a difference to those around you. And Juvie has been one of our guests on our show previously, and she clarified that her purpose is for people being heard, being authentic, and feeling accepted. And she's here now sharing with us how she's applied that purpose. And she said she's had some dreams come true since she's been on the show, bringing what it is, bringing this purpose to her life. And so tell us a little bit about some of the dreams that came true, Juvie.
Well, as of last week, I have been in contact with a really good friend of the family, and we've been talking about me working with them and pretty much doing what I've known how to do in the past, but not only working with them, but being able to work from home. That was one of the things that I wanted to do in any job. I was like, if I could just work from home and then find my niche of what I'm going to do at home. So I'm able to work from home. I'm able to podcast and do radio at home. I'm being able to stream at home. I mean, I've created my job of what makes me happy. And that's me being authentic, feeling accepted, and being heard of what I wanted. And so all of that has just, put everything into perspective because I believed in it, because my friends believe in it. My viewers that come into my stream have believed in me. And it's a dream come true job.
That's amazing. And what what have you found that your having your purpose has helped you be able to do, or having that clarity of purpose has been able to help you do that was challenging before, but now you find easier?
My confidence level, my self-esteem, not thinking that people were going to accept me for who I am. And those are the things that I was hiding back. It wasn't until I realized, having been on your show last time, that you're capable of doing anything you want to do. It's just all about timing, patience, and just believing in yourself. That's the only thing I can really give. Believe in yourself and you'll get there.
And one of the things that I hear in what you're saying, Juvie, which is so inspiring, is you realize because you're about being heard, being authentic, and feeling accepted, is that you're for that for other people, and you also need to be that for you, right?
Yeah.
And
practice what you preach.
So, yeah, exactly right. You got to walk the talk on this one, right? And
absolutely.
And you do it beautifully. And I think when we spoke, it was, everyone will agree that you are someone who's helping people feel heard, that they could be themselves, that they would be accepted. There was no doubt that is the environment and space you created, but that you stepped into allowing yourself to be that for yourself and owning that part of you, giving yourself that confidence. I think that's incredibly compelling, because now everything you've been giving away to others is now being received also by you, so you can be the example others can follow.
Absolutely. Exactly yeah. what I've been feeling. When you asked me to come back, it was like everything was just lining up the way it was supposed to. Not, just normal, everything happening naturally. I was like, I needed to talk with him. I needed to have that. I needed to kind of spark that in my head, like that little light bulb to spark in my head, then to do what it is that I need to do. And then once I receive it, action, So that's exactly what I'm doing. And, if I can inspire others, if I can give any advice to anybody, I would, I'm here for anybody that may need some guidance.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. And you've been amazing, Juvie. You're such an inspiring woman. And of course, everybody hit the favorite of all the people who've been here today. I should have been saying that. But of course, everyone in the stream, everyone who's in the show is smart people, and they know to hit the favorite. But if you haven't already favorited Juvie, definitely tap on her name and hit favorites. Make sure you favorited Juvie. She is such a treasure, somebody who I'm really grateful that is in part of our community. And we'll soon be launching our social impact game next month, Juvie. And you'll be one of our case studies in case study videos from some of the video work that we've done. So we'll make sure we let you know about that, so you can check it out and share about it. But this process that you and I've been working on, we're going to make that available to people online, for people to try this process for themselves. And so thank you so much for being such an inspiration to all of us and for building such a wonderful community here.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
So before we let you go, is there anything else you want to let people know about or call their attention to?
Yes, you guys can favorite our DreamWorks podcast. It's one of the podcasts that I'm on, and we stream it here on the app on Meet Me. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram and follow my journey of projects and other podcast shows that I'm on off the app, just hit my link tree and you guys can just follow me and on my journey. I'm everywhere.
Yes, Juvie, come on. We want Juvie everywhere. It's such a joy to see you, Juvie. Thank you so much for being a guest on my show again. We look forward to hearing, you know, some couple months time, the next level where you've gotten to. And you're always welcome here, and it's just such a privilege to be in this community with you, Juby. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much, Gabriel, for everything.
Oh, you're welcome. All right. So before we close out then, we always give people a tip for diamonds, right? It's called the diamond tip. So our tip for diamonds this week is, we've been away for a couple of weeks, of course, on our end. But one of the things that has come up when I've been in people's streams is, you know, a lot of people are streaming and then they're complaining. Thank you for the butterflies, Crystal. You know, a lot of people are complaining that, oh, so-and-so is not streaming as much anymore. And, you know, you get a lot of this sort of conversation happening because I think people are going back into their lives. They're engaging in the world around them more, so they're online less, which means that the time they spend online needs to be more valuable, right? So I'm inviting everyone who's a streamer to think about your streams and ask yourself the question, explore this question of, so what? So what that you're streaming this stream? Who cares? Like, why should it matter to anyone what you're doing right now? What impact do you want to have? What difference does today's stream want to have? Is there a certain way you want people to feel? Is there a certain experience you want people to have? Is there a certain insight you want people to get? Do you want people to feel relaxed in your stream? What is it you want for people such that their time with you is joyful or pleasurable or insightful or empowering or exciting or entertaining? What is it you want for people who are coming to your stream? So they arrive to your stream, so what? So engage in that so what question. You know, what's the experience you have? And why do you want them to have that experience? Why does that matter to you? So my invitation to anyone who's a streamer is to explore that question and think about that in at least one of your streams a week, if not more, to make it meaningful when people come, because everyone does have a choice where they can spend their time. And for those of you who joined us for the show today, you could have spent any of your time anywhere, and you chose to be with us today to explore how you can live a life of making an impact. And we heard from three amazing guests on what they've been doing to make an impact, which is totally inspiring to me, and I'm sure to all of you. So next week, come back again, and we will share with you our journey that led to the finish line in Sparta of the Spartathlon. My business partner, Phyllis, will be here. She'll be interviewing me, and we'll be taking you through my journey that began in 2014, I believe, and ended finally a couple of weeks ago in Sparta at the finish line. So we'll take you through some of the roller coaster of that journey so that you too can hear how life can take its twists and turns, but we don't have to necessarily, we can still find the finish line of a very, very long race. So I look forward to having all of you here with us next week, Tuesday at noon Eastern Time, starting at 11 a.m. Central Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Time. And if you're in the UK, that's 5 p.m. London Time, 6 p.m. Europe Time, and midnight Philippines Time. Thank you so much for being here. Lovely to have all of you here. Thank you for all the gifts. Angie, thank you for the favorite. Lena, it was lovely to have you here. Crystal, on today's stream. James, good to have you here. Thank you very much. And it's you know, we all stream the amount that works for us. DreamWorks, lovely to have you here. Everybody hit DreamWorks favorite so you can go and find out about that podcast. That's so great. There's such a great people there. And let's see here. Who else do we want to say hello? King A, thank you so much for being here. Appreciated you being here. Panda, lovely to have you here. Thank you for joining us today. And James, we do business and career coaching here. And Rai, lovely to have you back. Good, welcome back. And Alice, we loved having you here as well. AEI, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the 100. And seeing if there's anyone else we should be saying hello to. Jazz, thank you for all your support today. It was lovely having you in the stream. All right. Thank you all very much. We appreciate all of you. And we look forward to seeing you next week. Have a good day and a good week.